Welcome, my good smelling friends. I was looking for a fragrance shelf that could meet three of my most important requirements: to fit my entire fragrance collection, which is not too big, to hold my entire fragrance collection, so it needed to be solid, and of course, not to be expensive. So I did find something that met all of my requirements after doing some researches, and after using it for a while now, because I had it for a couple of months, I am ready to give you my opinion on it. Okay, so why do I think this is the best shelving unit for this price? Well, first of all, it has 5 stories, and it comes with even more stories. It can be even taller. It can be even taller than this, and you can actually choose to assemble 2 pieces. Like, instead of having one single shelving unit, tall one, you can actually have 2 small ones. This one had the wooden pieces that come on the shelves included. It was also no problem assembling it. It was very easy. You just have to put all these pieces together to fit them inside. They all come together quite easily, but you do need a screwdriver and a hammer while you will be assembling it. Why? Because some of the pieces you can put them together by hand. You can press them with your hand, with your arm, but if you want them to really stick together, and if you want them to really combine together properly, you have to use the hammer, give it a little extra strength from the hammer, and also the screwdriver will help you to get these little thingies inside like this. You can't really turn it around here with your bare hands, but even if you'll need the screwdriver in some situations, you don't have any screws. This is a pretty solid shelving unit. It's not really heavy, but it's heavy enough not to fall if you put, let's say you put a couple of heavy things on the front and not on the middle, unless you don't have a flat floor, in which case you'll have to screw it onto the wall, stick it to the wall. It can hold up to actually more than 100 fragrances. If you have seen my previous videos when I had this shelving unit with my entire collection of fragrances in the background, that was my entire collection on this shelving unit. And now let me show you how the fragrance bottles look on the shelf. And not only the fragrance bottles, if you also want to have the entire box in which it came, if it has a special presentation, there's pretty much enough space for a, let's say for these days, a medium-size fragrance collection, because I've seen people with 1,000 fragrances. So if you have 1,000 fragrances, you maybe need more than just one of these shelving units. But just to give you an idea, take a look on how the fragrance bottles would look on this shelving unit. And there's no problem, like I said, the unit, it's pretty solid. It has no issue whatsoever having lots and lots of things on it. Not only fragrances, but this can also hold on to tools, heavy tools. As you can see, it can store more than just perfumes. It can store shoes, it can store bags, it can store things up to, I believe, 250 kilos, which it's quite a lot. One more reason for me to recommend purchasing this shelving unit from this seller is because, now it might sound kind of wrong, but they accidentally put 2 of these pieces, so they put one extra of these pieces which go in the middle instead of this one which goes on the side. And you can see on this side it's missing, so it should be like this. So I contacted the seller, and in 2 days I had this piece sent by them. It's not on because I don't really need it and because I was lazy to put it back.